Ah, that's a cute analogy, I guess. Kinda creepy, but whatever. Can we go in here anymore? I don't think so. Gosh darn it. It's over here. Oh. The heck is that? Oh, it's a bathroom. This is the bathroom wall. The whole wall is covered in these square tiles. It's just a wall? What? Is it? This thing's a little shelf for putting soap on. Huh. We have a curtain, so guess we can use that somewhere. We've all got geometric shapes on them. Here. Whoa, look! Junpei! There's a mushroom growing out of the wall. That's a shower head. Here? That's a ceiling. Oh. Let's put that shower curtain on those hooks. Let's try spreading the curtains. Oh, there's a hole. There's a hole. Ah, that's a pretty obvious peephole. Somebody's really dedicated. Well, the hole this big, you gotta wonder if maybe they wanted to be caught. So you're saying maybe the one getting spied on was into that? Maybe they were into it, like those home invasion fantasies. Home invasion. Interesting. I see. You two are real idiots, you know that? Wait. Oh. What? There's a hole in the curtain. If I look at it from a ways back, I can see a single tile. Alright, from here I can see what tile it is. Looks like it's 5th from the top and 3rd from the right. Oh gosh darn it. Pulled away. Looking through this hole I can see the white tile 5th from the top and 3rd from the right. Let's have a closer look, shall we? Nothing strange here. Nope, the thing's not budging. Well then that means... 5th from the top and 3rd from the right. Let's pull this thing open again. Above a square and a... It's gonna take a while. That should be it. Is that it? Hey! Backtalk me. What's up? You going back already? Well, I can't just leave June there by herself. What, you think you're a knight or protector or something? You're creeping me out. Whatever, man. I'm going. In the bathroom in Lotus's room, I saw a particular tile when I looked through the hole in the shower curtain. Maybe if I look in the same place over here. Alright, now where was it? 5th one from the top, 3rd one from the right. What are you mumbling about, Junpei? Oh, sorry. Could you be quiet for a minute? I don't want to forget this. What? Rude! Here it is. Yes, this one's loose. They can't get under it with my nails. Yes! Yay, another plate. Yes. Junpei, you think there might be something on the shower curtain? Well, maybe. Wanna try closing it? Not this one. I already closed the other one. Already got what I needed. Oh yeah. Why don't we go back to the living room? Okay, let's go back. I'm going to check up on him. Again? Oh. There's a tile set in the frame. So I guess I'm supposed to put tiles in it. Oh, it's... why don't I make it match the other side? Oh, jeez. What if you guys would shut up? It completely reset? Oh my god. There it is. I hate those puzzles. Yes! I did it! There, picture complete. And there goes the frame. What's this? What do you mean, what's this? Pretty obvious, isn't it? It's a hole in the wall. Like a hidden safe or something, you know? Anyway, let's take a look. I think there's something inside. Another key. This is the Mars key. Junpei messed around a bit with the key he had looked blankly at the picture that slid down. What's the deal with this picture anyway? Santa had only been mumbling to himself, but it drew Lotus's attention. She looked at the picture and paused. I think I've seen this picture before. Where? In a book. There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He has a rather interesting name and theory. I saw this picture in his book. What's his interesting theory? Morphogenetic field, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance. Man, I can't deal with this. Just listening to you talk about this is giving me a headache. Santa put his hands on his head, as though he were in great pain. Lotus merely arched an eyebrow in his direction and continued. It's not a difficult concept to grasp. In essence, he states that the shapes of living organisms and their behavioral patterns are transmitted through a field not visible to the eye. What part of that isn't difficult exactly? Lotus did not look pleased. Alright, how about this? Theory of the telepathic mechanism. Telepathy? Yes, telepathy. Well, perhaps not exactly telepathy, but it is close enough for a simple approximation. Santa suddenly burst into laughter. Are you serious? Telepathy? Who do you think we are, kids from the 70s? I can't believe someone would actually do serious research on something like that. Yes, I agree. Lotus's response was surprisingly curt. Junpei had expected at least some conflict. I read the book, but I can hardly say I understood it. I'm in no position to defend or condemn anything it said. It was probably just someone latching onto a statistical outlier from some study, and turning it into a ridiculous theory. There's no scientific merit to any of it, I'm sure. But even so, Anyway, I saw a picture like that one in his book. Lotus indicated the picture they'd all been looking at. After a moment, she walked up to the strange picture, examined it, and then spoke. Hey, what do you think this picture looks like? Santa answered first. What do you mean? Isn't it just like an abstract or something like that? It's just black and white scribbles. There's no meaning there. That's it. What about you, Junpei? Does it look like anything to you? I see a horsey with a mohawk. A man's face. The heck's a funyarinpa? Guess it could look like a dog. I mean, the horse face. I don't know. Maybe a dog? See, you've got the head on. Yeah, you've got the head here. And these are the front paws. And these are the back paws. Junpei traced the black contours. Oh! Oh! Ah, I see it. I guess you got a point. Santa, despite his constant aloofness, was clearly impressed. Junpei glanced over at Lotus. She looked stunned. How did you know? You're right. I didn't think you would have been able to guess that. For a brief moment, Junpei felt a swell of pride. So, now we know what it's a picture of, but I don't see how that helps us. Lotus nodded and began to speak. A TV show from Great Britain did an experiment once. They took two similar pictures. Both of them were difficult to identify initially. Once you figured out the answer, you couldn't see it as anything else. The first picture was a woman wearing a hat. The other one, well, to make it easier, let's just say it was this picture of a dog. So, their experiment. First, they sent the pictures to other parts of the world where British radio and television didn't reach, to Ireland, the US, Africa, Europe, etc. Then, in each country, they gathered a number of test subjects. All in all, there were roughly 1,000 people. Those 1,000 people were shown the two pictures and asked, what does this picture look like to you? The results and all of themselves were not terribly interesting. 9.2% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. 3.9% saw the dog in the dog picture. Then, 2 days later, they broadcast a new show. During the 30-minute show, they broadcast a dog picture and solution. The audience was estimated to be about 200,000 people. After the broadcast, it could be assumed that the number of people who knew the solution to the dog picture now totaled over 200,000 people. After another 2 days had passed, they gathered a number of research subjects from areas where British TV and radio did not exist. This time, they were only able to find a sample of roughly 850 people. Naturally, none of them were people who had participated in the first test. They were, however, given the same test, and the same two pictures. The results were shocking. 10% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. The previous test yielded 9.2% success rate. The change was not statistically significant. The dog picture, however, produced a very different result. The percentage of people able to successfully find the dog grew 3.9% to 6.8%, a very significant increase. So, do you understand? Do you realize the significance of this experiment? There was no way the second group could have seen the picture. They lived far away from Britain and couldn't couldn't have seen the picture. But even so, it was only the success rate for the dog picture that went up. Why? How did that happen? What does it mean? Well, word travels fast. Lotus looked back and forth from Junpei to Santa and back again. Normally calm and collected, she looked now as though she were very nearly possessed, and there was something manic about her manner. Santa took an involuntary step backward. Junpei didn't budge and stared straight into Lotus's eyes. Does this have something to do with that field or whatever it was you were talking about earlier? A field not visible to the eye. So if more people know the answer, then that information will pass through the field. Psych. Her manner suddenly shifted, and Lotus smiled broadly at Junpei and Santa. She waved her hand dismissively, doing her best to laugh the whole confrontation off. Oh, I was just kidding. You really shouldn't take me seriously. Well, I mean, the things I just told you about are true. They really did happen. But the results of that experiment really aren't anything to go by. They could have easily falsified them. In the end, I'm sure they were just in it for the ratings. They are a TV station, after all. At last, it seemed that Santa had gained control of his composure. Right. I gotta admit, you had me there for a minute. I really thought you were serious. Of course not. Like I told you before, I'm sure it's all just pseudoscience. Oh, okay, right. Santa and Lotus laughed and gave one another jovial claps on the shoulder. Junpei, however, didn't feel so much like laughing. Something felt wrong, unclear. Alright, enough nonsense. We've got the key. Let's get out of here. Word. Lotus and Santa walked away from the picture. Junpei stayed, staring at the picture of the dog. A field not visible to the naked eye. Morphogenetic field. The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. Awesome. We get the key. Right. Let's go to the hallway. We'll go get June. You guys head to the door. Okay. Roger that. Roger that. Yes. It unlocked. Good job, Junpei. Good. Now we can get going. Come on, what are you guys standing around for? Let's get out of here. Come on, Junpei. Let's go. Alright, let's go. Ugh. Yes! I feel so alive now. They stepped through the door to find themselves in a wide hallway. Junpei, June, Lotus, and Santa stopped for a moment and looked at their surroundings. I need a drink. I deserve it. A short distance away, a metal grate extended across the width of the hallway. They took hold and shook, but it refused to move. Nearby was a pair of elevators. It took only a few button presses to determine that the elevators would not respond to their efforts. They could only assume the elevators were not powered. There was only one door left. Well, it looks like we don't have any choice. Yeah, sure does. Well then, let's open it. Junpei grabbed hold of the knob and quietly pushed the door open. He entered slowly, trying to take in as much of his surroundings as he could. The others followed shortly. Oh, so it's a kitchen. Santa did not look pleased. What were you expecting? Isn't it obvious? The exit. I was hoping this would be the way out of here. You really think it'd be that easy? Yeah, I know. Still. As they talked, Lotus headed deeper into the room. Until at last, she stood in front of a door. If we can just get through this door, we should come out on the other side of that grate we saw earlier. But don't we need a key for that? Looks like a card key. Sorry, I guess that wasn't very constructive. Neither Junpei nor Lotus looked terribly happy. Junpei dug the ship map from his pocket and spread it out in front of him. As he did, Hey! What's that? Huh? Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to tell you. I found this a little while ago. It's a map of the beta. Before Junpei could finish, Lotus snatched the map away from him. Excuse you? Just because you expose yourself more than the others doesn't mean you can just take my map freely. She ran her finger across it, muttering to herself. I knew it. See, look. Junpei did as he was told. Santa and June moved over to look at the map as well. See? We came in here. If we go out there, then we'll be on the other side of the grate. With her finger, Lotus traced a path on the map. She was right. Satisfied that she had been correct, Lotus folded the map and handed it back to Junpei. He took it and slid the valuable piece of paper back into his pocket. There's a card reader on the right side of the door. And that means the key card is somewhere in here, right? That seems the most likely. Alright, we know what we need to do then. Let's get moving. First off, I say we split up and look for clues. Alright, Freddy. Okay. I say we do this next time. Peace.